Awesome!
Happy Monday, everybody, with another budget deck video. I have 6 options, not 5, but 6, because I love y'all, that you can start using this week to climb the standard ladder, all below 5,000 dust. Before I get started, though, I wanted to say that, you know, you see on Reddit, you see on social media that this is a pay-to-win game, and the World Championships is going on right now, like this weekend as I'm filming this, and I wanted to show you this. Look at Pocket Train's lineup. All of them below 10,000 dust. Look at the Naga Demon Hunter, 7,200 dust. Dragon Druid, 4,440 dust. Look at Meaties. Now, these are top players, consistently top players. All of these decks right here are below 10,000 dust, and they're winning. They're doing an amazing job. They're already going to the second day, so give it up for both of them and everybody else who's playing right now. But this is not a pay-to-win game. You can bring a small amount of dust and be as competitive as they are right now in this game. So I will throw the links to both of these pages so you can see these decks. They're a little bit above the 5,000 dust, but still under 10,000 dust to compete in the highest level of Hearthstone is a good thing. Let's go over some of the classes right now. Last 7 days, bronze through gold. There is a lot of green going on here. Druid, Hunter, Paladin, Mage. There's so much green. Every single class has options that you can go ahead and start competing in the ladder. One thing I am understanding is we're probably going to get a balance patch soon, and I'm thinking we're going to get a balance patch soon because of just how much Paladin and Druid have been high on the win rates. You know, Paladin ran out 58.3%, and this is almost every rank ladder right now. So Paladin has been very high on the food chain for quite a bit of time. I would imagine some balance changes. I would imagine them probably this week, now that the Masters Tour is closing up and the championships is being finalized this weekend. We'll just wait and see what happens in the next few days. So should you dust anything? Absolutely not right now. Save if you have any duplicates, especially if you have any Paladin duplicates, because the opportunity of getting full dust refunds on some of these cards is pretty high. So let's go into the decks right now. Unholy Death Knight. I've mentioned it many times before, but if you're looking to climb, you just started, you don't have a lot. This is 0 dust, and it is at a 64.8% win rate, and it is the Unholy Death Knight. And listen, Body Bagger, it's a great card that gains you a corpse. Played Grain, another one, gain 4 corpses. That's the gist of this. The gist of this is getting as many corpses as possible. I've mentioned it before. Look, at the end of your turn, raise a corpse as a 1/3 Risen Footman with Taunt, so it keeps a little bit of board control so they're not smacking you in the face. Skeletal Sidekick, give a friendly undead +2 attack. It's got the Bone Digger Geist. It's got a lot of cards that you can control the board and try to make sure that your opponent does not have anything too crazy on the board. But again, you're trying to gather as many corpses as possible, and you're doing that for Lord Marrowgar, because what Lord Marrowgar is going to do is all those corpses that you've built up throughout the game, they're going to go ahead and they're going to make you a huge board that you can go ahead and smack your opponent in the face in next turn. So that's about it. Stitch Giant is a pretty cool card. Costs 1 less for each corpse you've spent this game, so you can get these very, very low cost for you. And then Anti-Magic Shell. Give your minions +1/+1 and can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. This is a good deck, and based on the statistics right now, it's very good against Paladins, so that's a good bonus for you there. Next up, Frost Death Knight. And listen, Death Knight, for as much as we do not see it played, it's very good if you do not have a lot of dust. This one's at 4,680 dust. This is Frost Death Knight, and it is also It's not terrible against Paladin, but it's really good against most others. Yeah, against Paladin, it's a 55.6% win rate. But yeah, the overall win rate for this one is 65.4%. For spending less than 5,000 dust to have that high of a win rate, this will get you to climb, absolutely. And this is just frost spells and frost minion, or undead minions, excuse me. Horn of Winter, refresh 2 mana crystals. It's a very good spell, in my opinion. Foul Egg is been around for a while now. Be interesting to see how much more this is played in the next 6 months. Skeletal Sidekick, Frost Strike, these are just frost spells and undead. Nerubian Vizier, discover a spell if a friendly minion died after your last turn. It costs 2 less. That's pretty cool. Rowdy Fan is really good as well. Choose a minion that has +3 attack while this is still alive. Plus it's a 1/5, so the fact of that being on the board for maybe a turn or two, if you're playing it at low mana cost right now, first couple of early turns. And then it's got Marrow Manipulator, Thessarian, and then Overseer Frigidara. That is if you draw 2 spells. If they're both frost spells, deal 2 damage to all enemies. And I believe these are just all frost spells. Frostwind's Fury is amazing. Deal 5 damage, freeze all enemy minions, summon a 5/5 Frostworm. So if you got a lot of minions on your opponent's side, and one of them is a taunt, you'd throw the 5 damage at that taunt to clear it, and then freeze everybody else, and then summon that Frostworm for you. This also is very good against Druid, which is another one that we're seeing pretty much up on the ladder right now. So good deck, good to play. Next up, Treant Druid, and this is 2,280 dust, and this is a pretty good deck, 69.9% win rate. So bronze through gold, it's going pretty well for this one. Against Paladin, it's 65.3%, so not as great as the other ones, but it's not bad. In fact, this is really good against, if you look at the overall win rates, it's good against everything, very good against everything, so you should be good. And this is exactly what we've talked about before. This has a lot of opportunity for you to create saplings or work on living roots to grab saplings, and then Summer Flower Child is what you want to pull in your hand as quickly as possible, because it'll draw 2 cards that cost 6 or more, and they cost 1 less. So Drum Circle and Cultivation, give your minions +2/+2, cost 1 less for each treant you summon this game, and then Drum Circle, summon 5 2/2 treants, or give your minions +2/+4 taunt. You want them to be lowered so you can play them quicker as possible. And then this one here, Soul of Forest. Good thing there's 2 of this card in here. Give your minions Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 treant. It's a very good deck. It's very easy to get the swing of things fast in this, but it does take a couple of games to figure out. It is a fun deck though. Next up, Secret Mage, and Mage has been making a comeback. A couple of weeks ago, Mage was nowhere near any type of ladder, competitive win rates or what have you. This is 2,560 dust with a 68.3% win rate. It's pretty good against most others. Look at this, against Warlock, 80%. Against Demon Hunter, 83.1%. Very, very powerful. And this is just a secret comp. So listen, Cosmic Keyboard should be used in a lot of essential mage decks. It's a card that I would use all the time. After you cast a spell, summon an elemental with stats equal to its cost, lose 1 durability. I wouldn't put this out, my opinion, much lower on the turns unless you're not going to be playing it, because you want some bigger minions on the board except for 1/1s and 2/2s. That's my opinion. Costume Singer, at the end of your turn, draw a secret. Always mulligan for Costume Singer. Absolutely. Void Scripture, discover a spell. If you have enough mana to play it, cast a copy of it at a random enemy. It's good. Objection. Some people think this is one of the worst secrets available, but it is there. It is a pain in the butt to play. Explosive Runes, another secret. Counterspell, another secret. So it's just all secrets. It has a little bit of Excavate maneuverability in this with Kobold Miner to excavate treasures, and then it has Inquisitive Creation. Even though it was burned down a little bit and it was lessened, it got a nerf. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And of course, Burrow Buster as well. does an excavate synergy, and then you have Contract Conjurer, which is a 6-mana 6/6, which costs 3 less for each secret you control. So most likely you're getting these on the board if you have a lot of secrets at the right time immediately. So it's a good deck, something to play. It's very fun. It's very close to building if you do it correctly. A Rainbow Mage, which is also very good in the ladder, so it might be something that you can consider scaling up to as you play this. Next up, Dragon Druid, and this is 4080 dust with a 71.6% win rate. Dragon Druid, if you'll notice, like I said, if you go through, Dragon Druid is in the Master Store. Dragon Druid for Pocket Train in the Master Store. It is popular. It is good. The win rates are high. Look at the win rates. Started out at the low at 61%, and then now look at it, 88.57% win rates in December. It's pretty cool, right? 71.6% overall win rate, 4080 dust, and it is dragons. Cool thing is this, a lot of these are low cost. A lot of these will not spend a lot of dust, and you can start building to make more and more powerful dragon decks for Druid if you want. So Snapdragon is amazing. I always try to mulligan for Snapdragon because it gives all Battle Cry minions in your deck +1/+1. Who would not have a problem using that? And then Dragon Golem is another huge powerful card. It's a taunt. It's a 3/4. Of course, if you're making it +1/+1, it's very good. Summon a copy of this for each dragon in your hand. So have a lot of extra dragons in your hand, and then it's a full board, and it's very tough to get out of clearing that full board. And the cool thing is you have 2 of these. You could do this twice. Fi is very good. Setting Sun, it's got Rush, Lifesteal, Taunt. It helps you increase your health if needed, and it costs 1 less for each dragon you've summoned this game. Next up, Aggro Paladin. 4,820 dust with a 75.1% win rate. Aggro Paladin is probably going to get some sort of nerf. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it is going to happen. It's very powerful. Look at this. 100% win rate against Demon Hunter. 77.6% against Mage. It's very powerful. This one right here has just, it's aggro. That's all it is. Look at, you're looking to throw things on the board and then use for Quel'Thalas, give a friendly minion +3 attack, give your hero +2 attack this turn. You have Keeper Strength, give a friendly minion +2/+2, deal its attack damage to all other minions. Remember, that's all other minions going to hit yours as well. Horn of the Windlord is an amazing weapon that should be used in any type of paladin deck regardless. It turns whatever's coming up against you to a 3/3 to kill them. Prismatic Beam is also amazing. Deal 3 damage to all enemies, costs 1 less for each enemy minion. You got a full board on your opponent's side. This isn't going to cost you anything. It'll help clear it. And then Garden's Grace, of course, is a given minion +5/+5 and Divine Shield. So that's how you play aggro. That's it for this week. There is 6 decks that you could be climbing. Like I said, do not craft anything right this moment. Do not dust anything right this moment. There is a possibility we are going to get a balance change in the next couple of days, if not this week, and I would not suggest making any massive changes right now to your collection at this time. But if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next video.